morning. My name is Dollie, and this is my partner Haley. We're students at WCHS, and for our Human and Social Services class, we are doing a project on bullying, and that's just what we'd like to talk to you about today. First, we'd like to ask you some questions. How many of you are willing to admit that you have been bullied? Okay. How many of you are willing to admit that you have been the bully? Nobody?
Oh, we didn't have any of those classes.
Okay. Okay, well that kind of can't do the next question.
Yeah.
Today, Haley and I's goal is to try and decrease the amount of bullying in our school system and within our community.
First, we'd like to talk about the different types of bullying. There's cyberbullying, which it can take place like over your cell phone, internet, computer, laptop, emails, and so on. 22% of the students grade through sixth grade through 12 have reported being virtually bullied the past year. More than 1 in 3 young people have experienced cyber threats online. Well, over half of the young people do not report it to an adult. When cyberbullying occurs, over 25% of the adolescents and teens have been bullied repeatedly through their cell phone or internet. Cyberbullying is the most common form of bullying. Next is physical. Physical bullying is the least used form of bullying. Usually physical bullying, the same victim is targeted over and over again. The bully or bullies intend to hurt them emotionally, embarrass them, or intimidate the victim. The bully is usually stronger than the victim and usually has a better social standing in the school or the society. Hitting, pushing, tripping, slapping, spitting, stealing, or destroying victims' possessions are all forms of physical bullying.
Okay, last but not least is verbal bullying. Verbal bullying is mainly a province amongst females. Verbal bullying can affect one's self-image and affect them in physical and psychological ways. And verbal bullying can lead to low self-esteem as well as depression and other problems.
Now we'd like to talk about bullying and its relationship with depression. Depression is an illness that is not totally understood by doctors or anyone else, and may have a variety of causes, but it is clear that it can have a relation to bullying. Depression can have a number of effects on somebody's life, such as low self-esteem, anxiety, high rates of school absence, and physical illness. Bullying is the #1 cause of teen depression and is a direct cause of teen suicide. And there are bullying and depression hotlines that are willing to help people who are having suicidal thoughts because of bullying.
Okay, now we'd like to talk to you about a bit more serious matter. It is called bullycide. Bullycide is suicide that is the result of being bullied. There are numerous ways that can lead to bullycide. Being constantly physically and emotionally abused, experiencing physical pain over and over and over again, having continually relive an embarrassing moment that bullies bring up to just torment the victim. Being the victim of bullying by an adult, coach, teacher, anything along that line can also lead to bullycide. And when the victim has no friends to talk to about what's going on, that can also lead to bullycide. Earlier this week, there was a 6th grader down in Florida. She was bullied so bad to the point where she climbed to the top of a tower and jumped and killed herself. So that's an example of bullycide, and there's no way that will definitely prevent bullycide. The most we can do is try to prevent it from happening within our school systems and within our community.
There are many ways to deal with bullying. A few is to talk to a school guidance counselor or a trusted adult and try to avoid, ask a trusted adult how to avoid the bully. And then another way is be assertive but not aggressive. Don't be rude or show how you feel about it. Don't be really angry towards them or upset when you're trying to deal with it. And stay with a group of friends because the bullies tend to target you more when you're by yourself.
Okay, there are ways to deal with bullying and there are ways to prevent it. Some of the ways to help prevent it is to assess bullying in your school, conduct assessments in your school to determine how often bullying occurs, when it happens, how students are affected, stuff like that. Engage adults and youth. It is important for everyone to know about bullying and how it affects young ones. Create policies and rules. You can create like after-school clubs, if you want to call it that, where victims of being bullied and bullies that want to stop because they know it's wrong can come in and talk, try to get help, get advice, stuff like that. It's important for everyone to know about bullying. For that club, you can create mission statements, like what your goals are for that club, how you're going to try and stop bullying from occurring. Educate students and school staff. Tell them statistics about bullying, stuff like that.
Now that you know a little more about bullying and how to deal with it, and how to put a stop to it, if there are any questions, we'll be happy to answer them. And if there's anyone who wants to share their own story about being bullied or being the bully, you are welcome to share. We'd like to hear about it.
Okay.
Any questions?
No? Okay.
I called me the other day and said he was gonna go. But it was a prank call. So like,
Best I can probably say for that is block the number. I've gotten a weird call like that before, but it was like more like, it's a little inappropriate, but it was like somebody trying to act like they had a different voice, but I knew who it was. And it wasn't like one of my friends, so I just like blocked the number. Like it came up unknown, so.
Yeah, this one kid, not gonna say his name, he like kept like going up to me like pointing at my general chest and say, hey, what is this? And I'm not going to say what he said because it's inappropriate. Yeah, it's because, you know.
Just making fun of your parents.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't listen to them. People bully because
They feel bad about themselves.
they just want to make them feel better about themselves by making other people feel bad.
Or they have stuff going on in their life and they don't want to admit to it, so they kind of bully other people to make themselves feel better.
Don't listen to them. You are a beautiful person. Everyone's beautiful. Just don't listen to what they say. Ignore them.
Any more people who want to share or have any questions?
Jack.
What? I don't have to say anything.
He doesn't have to say anything if he doesn't want to.
I've seen,
Okay.
Okay. So,
Okay.
glad we could present for you guys.
And that is all we have.
Alright, you guys have any last questions? Could you girls explain to them what the paper was?
Oh, the paper it has bullying, suicide, depression hotline. So if you just want to talk to someone and you don't feel like you can talk to someone you know, you can just text or call those numbers or email them. And they'll help you. They're open 7 days a week, 24 hours.